Good morning students, myself Muhammad Jamil. Today in Engineering Graphics and Design, we are going to discuss about the orthographic projection. As per our syllabus, it is in the sheet number 8. So, in this topic, we are going to discuss about the projection of points. So, before starting the concept, what is the orthographic projection? We have to know that. So, in sheet number 8, orthographic projection, it is a method of projection which an object is represented by drawing using parallel lines to project its outline on a plane. Means whatever the object which we are viewing. So, if we want to project that, whatever the object which we can view, we have to represent that in a drawing sheet, and the projection is nothing but here we can say a line of sights. Whatever the object which we can view, that is we are representing. So, how we are viewing? Through the visible region. So, here whatever the object which we are viewing in the presence of light is nothing but here whatever the object we are seeing through a line of sight, means the lines which are traveling parallel. Here already is given here, you can say this is the parallel lines. So, this is about the orthographic projection. So, in this whatever the projections are there, we have to project the point in a quadrant method. So, in a different quadrant is there. So, wherever the point we are placing that nothing but the point is situated in any of the quadrant, we have to represent its position. So, here some of the points are there, we have to focus on that. So, in this projection of points situated in different quadrants, as we know that we have 4 quadrants, in that in any one of the quadrant, if the point is situated, we have to give the position, we have to show the position of that point in different planes. So, point's position will be given in data, we need to find out its projection on HP. HP is nothing but horizontal plane, and on VP, VP is nothing but a vertical plane. So, there are maximum 4 quadrant wise positions possible of a point. As we all know about quadrants, there are 4 quadrants. Just now I told you we know about the 4 quadrants which are exist. So, now in this figure, if you see that, yes, if you see in the figure, here we know that first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant, and whatever the horizontal line is there, that is known as a HP, and whatever vertical line is there, that is known as a VP. So, this is our first angle, that is nothing but first angle projection, we can represent that, or a first quadrant also we can say. This is our second quadrant, third quadrant, and this is the fourth quadrant. Now, here are 4 quadrant wise position for any point. As you know that in these 4 positions are there. First one, suppose the point is here, we can say that, yes, if the point is here, we can say it is above the HP and in front of the VP. If we view from the front side, the object is in front of the VP, and if we view from the top, it is, if you view from the top, it is in front of the VP, and if you view from the front, suppose we are viewing from this side, this is our front view. So, the object is appearing above the HP, and how much it is in front of the VP, to view that we have to view from the top. So, this is above the HP and this is in front of the VP. This is the first quadrant as it is given, above the HP and in front of the VP. In the second quadrant, again it is as the same, above the HP and behind the VP, because it is at the back of this one, back of the VP. If you view from this one, what we can say, the opposite of in front, behind the VP. So, it is appearing there, behind the VP and again above the HP. Now, the third quadrant, suppose the third quadrant is here, which is below the HP and again behind the VP. This is below the HP and this is behind the VP. And the fourth quadrant, it is again below the HP, and if we view from this side, again we can say it is appearing in front of the VP. So, both the points, The point which is in the fourth quadrant is representing the fourth one. So, it is in front of the VP and below the HP. So, this is about the fourth quadrant, the position of the point in a quadrant 1. Next, if you view the object like this in this fourth quadrant, suppose the point, this is we call this one HP and VP, horizontal plane, vertical plane. This is the first quadrant which is in the 3D. We are representing that in the 3D, and this is in the second quadrant. This is nothing but behind the VP and above the HP. Now, third quadrant, see here. So, at the third quadrant also we cannot see. Behind the VP is there and below the HP is there. So, okay, here up to here is there. So, now here I will represent this object with the help of the planes, suppose. Now, previously like this was there. So, I can call this as a HP and VP plane. I will just represent that. Suppose it is like this. Yes. Suppose the object, the four quadrants like this, which we are viewing in the 2D. So, this is nothing but our x axis, this is nothing but a y axis. So, this is our horizontal plane, this is our vertical plane. When we rotate this one, like this, okay, yes, from this position to, yes, from HP, if you rotate the object, the first quadrant, yes, this is our first quadrant. So, if you see, this is HP and this is VP. So, when we rotate this one, the y axis is representing as our VP and the x axis is representing as our HP. So, here if the object is in the first quadrant, how it will be, I will just show you. Suppose this is the object which is on the first quadrant. The object is above the HP and in front of the VP. If you want to see the object, you have to give the position like this. So, we have to rotate the axis. If we rotate the axis, we can get the plane. So, we can view the only VP in front of the, means whenever we are seeing from the front view, we can see the object only on the VP. To see how much it is in front of the VP, we have to view from the top. If you view from the top, the object is appearing on the HP and showing the distance how much it is in front of the VP. So, again I will repeat. Suppose the point is in the first quadrant here, in this one above the HP and in front of the VP. The 2 points are there. We have to represent a point in two different planes, that is HP and VP. Now, when we rotate that axis, now we are getting on the plane. So, it is representing how much it is above the HP if you view from the front, and if you view from the top, how much it is in front of the VP, that we can see. So, to draw the diagram, if you are viewing from the top, suppose the object is A, it is here. If you view from the front view, it is appearing here. So, it is above the HP, and if you view from the top, it is representing here. So, to draw the diagram, what we are doing, we are rotating this object also. Suppose here the point A complement is there, that is nothing but above the HP, and here A is there, that is nothing but it is in front of the VP. So, here a single point is representing on both the plane through the projections. So, like this. So, here if you rotate, we can rotate only the HP. So, now in the 4 different quadrants, we are representing the point. So, this is the problem which we have to draw. So, now here, now we are going to draw this one. So, suppose draw the projection of the point on a common reference line. First, point A is 10 mm above the HP and 25 mm in front of the VP. So, here we have to draw this one. So, I will draw the figure here. Suppose this is our figure. This is our x axis, this is our y axis, x axis, y axis. Now, the point A is 10 mm above the HP and 20 mm in front of the VP. Suppose I am placing the point here. This is suppose our point A. which is as per the condition point A is 10 mm above the HP. So here this is 10 mm above the HP and 25 mm in front of the VP. So this is nothing but 25 mm. So this point we have to project. So to project that, again I will show you here. Suppose this is the point A, which is 10 mm above the HP and 25 mm in front of the VP. If we view the object, it is appearing the 10 mm above the HP and the distance which is away from the y axis is more. That is nothing but in front of the VP. If you want to project that one, we have to rotate the object like this. So when you are viewing from the front view, only you can see the point distance which is 10 mm above the HP, but you cannot see how much it is in front of the VP. So whatever the point which is 10 mm above the HP, point A is that is appearing here, and the point is above the HP, because of that I am putting here A complement. Now if you want to view the distance how much it is in front of the VP, that is 25 mm in front of the VP, so we cannot see from the front view. To view the object, to view the distance, we have to view from the top view. So if you view from the top, what we can see? We can see how much it is in front of the VP. So it is 25 mm in front of the VP. To represent that diagram on the HP, that is nothing but horizontal plane, we have to rotate the horizontal plane and it is appearing like this. So if the point is appearing here, that is 25 mm here and 10 mm above the HP and 25 mm in front of the VP. In this way we have to represent all the points in different quadrants. So always we have to rotate the HP only. So now this is in the 2D figure. So I will just draw this point in AutoCAD. So you can see that. If you see in this way, we are opening the AutoCAD software from the window. So by double clicking on the icon, AutoCAD icon, we can open it, or by right click, and that I have selected that one. So here we have to go for the setting first, UN, enter. First I have to set the units. So here 0.0 millimeter, okay. After that I have to set the UCS icon. This is the user coordinate system icon. I have to set it on no origin. For that I have to type UCS ICON, enter and enter. So in this way I have to first go through these two settings. First is the unit setup and second one is the UCON setup. So these two I have to set. So after that I have to draw the diagram. So here if you see that L, enter. L is the line command to draw the horizontal line. So here now it is in a rotating one, means here the function key, that is ortho, is in off mode. Now I am owning this one by pressing ortho. Here if you see, this is the ORTH, ortho, means if you click here you will get the straight line. Again if you want to off the ortho, you will get a rotating one. Now the line is in a rotating mode, so I am offing this one. Now I am owning the ortho. So if ortho is in on mode, we will get the horizontal vertical line. So I am drawing this one, approximate length I am taking. So now after that I have to draw the point 10 mm above the HP. So here I am taking this one, I am giving the dimensions as 10. If you see here 10 mm above the HP, enter. So how much it is appearing here? 10 mm very small it is appearing, this much is it is appearing. So this is the 10 mm above the HP. Now again I will draw the same point through the projection line. So I am drawing the same point here, which is 25 mm in front of the VP. If you see this dimension, this is 10 mm above the HP and 25 mm in front of the VP, both the lines I have taken. Now I have to change the point style. From the format menu, I will go to point style. In that I will select this one. This is the point style I am selecting, okay. Now I will click on the point. I have to represent this point. Again I have to click on this point. I have to represent on this. So by this, what I am doing here, by this it is representing that the point is 10 mm above the HP and 25 mm in front of the VP. So for that we have to represent the dimension also. So from the dimension menu, if you see my cursor, it is in here. Here it is. Now from the dimension menu, what I have to do? From the dimension menu, now if you see here, this is the dimension menu. From this dimension menu, I have to select the linear dimension. Now I have to click on the point center here and the starting point of this one. If you see here, you can see the 10 mm. Again, if you press the enter key, whatever the previous command is there, again it will repeat. So the previous command is linear dimension. So from there to there, again I am showing here. So you can see this is 25 mm in front of the VP. In this way we are getting the point A, which is in the first quadrant. Now in the second quadrant, if you go to the second point, if you see here, in this one, now point B is 10 mm above the HP and on the VP. So now this is the very important point for you more. The point B is there, which is 10 mm above the HP and on the VP. So now this one we have to represent. Again we have to take the projection, we have to take the object, we have to assume that the point is 10 mm above the HP as it is. We are thinking 10 mm above the HP, but at the same time it is showing on the VP, means the point is 10 mm above the HP and on the VP. If you see, suppose this is our origin, 0, 1, 2, 3 like this. Suppose this is 10 mm. So it is, when we view from the top view, it is on the VP only. But when we view from the front view, it is representing what? It is 10 mm above the HP. So it is appearing like this. So when we view from the front view, it is above the HP, 10 mm above the HP. But when we view from the top, it is exactly on the reference line only. So that one I will show you here. Suppose this is our reference line, X, Y. Now the point is 10 mm above the HP. As we know that whatever the object is there which is above the HP, we will draw it as above the reference line. Now at the same time, it is representing on the VP. Either it may be on VP or HP, we have to draw the point on the reference line only. So here above the HP is nothing but B complement, and on the VP is nothing but here B. This is the projection of that point, B complement comma B. So now we will draw this object in the AutoCAD. Now see here, now we have to draw this figure. For that, what we have to take? Again L enter, select any point on the line. Now 10 mm above the HP, and at the same time again start here, press the enter key, repeat the same command, line enter. Now how much it is in front of, it is on the VP. So no need to draw any line below the reference line. So here we have to select the point. This is our B means which is above the HP, it is B complement, and this is here, this we will call it as a B. So here I will just put this one here. So for text, if I give the text, it is a lengthy one. I will show you again after some time. So this is my A complement, this is A, this is my B complement, and this is B. Because complement is representing HP, either it may be above the HP, below the HP, or on the HP, and only the alphabet, either it may be A or B, it is representing the B, that is nothing but VP. Now the third point is the third point C. The point C is 25 mm below the HP and 20 mm behind the VP. As I told you that whatever the point which is behind the VP is there. Now suppose this is the second quadrant, like this if you are using. If you view from the front view, what is happening? The object is behind the VP in the second quadrant. So when we rotate the HP, whatever the object behind the VP is there, that is appearing here only, and whenever the object is above the HP is also representing on the above only, that is on the VP only. So here the 2 points we have to represent here. So I will just draw this figure in the same here, X, Y. Point C is 25 mm below the HP. Point C is 25 mm. Suppose this is our point C, that is below the HP. Below the HP is nothing but we have to put the complement. Now again, behind the VP, 20 mm behind the VP. So behind the VP is nothing but above only we have to representing. So here it is C. So this is 25 mm below the HP and 20 mm behind the VP. So this diagram we have to draw in AutoCAD. The same diagram we have to draw in the AutoCAD. So here I will draw this one. So here I will take the line command, L enter. Here I will select the point, specific point. So 20 mm behind the VP. Now again line command, 25 mm below the HP. So here I will show you. So in this, just now we have copied the previous question. This is 25 mm. So I will go through the dimension here. From the dimension, linear dimension, if I select the point from here to here, it is 20 mm behind the VP. Again I will click here, and here it is 25 mm in front of the VP. Again I will go for the dimension for the previous one, that is 10 mm above the HP and on the VP. Now I have to project the point. What I will do, I can copy the object also. CO enter. I will select this object. If you see this, I am selecting the point. CO enter. Select the object. Enter. Select the center point. Click on the center point, and I want at this point and at this point. So by this I have selected the point style. So point C is also I got it. Now we have to go for the fourth question. As per the fourth question, point D 20 mm below HP and 20 mm in front of the VP. Now if we see the condition, 20 mm below the HP and 20 mm in front of the VP. So this condition, point D is 20 mm below the HP and 20 mm in front of the VP. So it is appearing on the fourth quadrant. So in the fourth quadrant, both the question means below the HP is also, the point is projecting in the fourth quadrant below the reference line, and in front of the VP is also appearing in the fourth quadrant, that is below the reference line only. So both the point 20 mm below the HP and 20 mm in front of the VP means we will draw this point at the fourth quadrant, that is nothing but below the reference line. So if I take here L enter, now from this point I will take 20 enter. Now here I will go for copy, CO enter, or simply I can, because already I have selected the point style, so I can click on the point and I can click here. So here I have to give the text, that is D comma D complement. Why I am writing D comma D complement here means it is 10 mm below the HP. HP is nothing but here we are representing the D with the complement, and 20 mm in front of the VP. In front of the VP means simply we are putting the D. So again we have to go through the dimensions here. From the dimension, linear, DLI, the shortcut command for that. Now here, these are the dimensions. So this is about point D. Next, point E is on the reference line. So E is on the reference line means we can represent that simply by taking the point here. E on the reference line. Simply, it is not representing the HP or VP, simply in the question it is given reference line, so we are taking the reference line there. Now, point F is on both HP and VP, means the point is on both HP and VP, means we are representing here. We will put a point here, we will click here. So this one is representing on both HP and VP. F, this is F, this is E comma E complement. It is representing on the HP and on the VP. So by this we have completed our first problem in this. So in this is the topic. In this only we are representing the point in a different quadrant. So here we have represented 4 quadrants with the point, and we have represent on the origins of that nothing but on the reference line and on the both the plane. So, whenever the object is in the different quadrants or on the plane, in this way we have to draw the diagram. Okay guys. So, now after this, in the next class we will start the another topic, that is nothing but projection of line. In the next class we will start the projection of line. So, by this we have completed sheet number 8. Thank you.